If you like the video, please consider supporting James Corp on Patreon. Hi, and welcome back to part 3 of our 7th Sea game. Hope everyone's doing well. So, right. So we left off. They discovered... Alain, or Alain, or however you pronounce it again. Alain is the closest. You discuss. So yes, in the newspaper clipping or the newspaper bit, would even newspapers be a thing? When there was a newspaper, yeah, there's newspapers in the world. The printing press has been invented. So it might just be like a sheet of paper. You know, it's probably not like modern tabloids newspapers. It is probably just a sheet of paper.
Right.
But it mentions. An ATC ship discovered them. No, it's not this one. It's this one. How do you... Oh my god. How... Gita?
Gita, yes.
Yeah, Gita Del Rey of the ATC ship. How do they name their ships? The ATC ship are called the ATC ship. I
don't know how they name their ships, so I can't help.
The Flying Albatross. The ATC ship, the Flying Albatross.
If only one of us had the thing that lets us have a catchphrase.
Captained by Gita Del Rey, discovered the wreckage of 50 miles. They put some coordinates or whatever the equivalent would be. And no crewman was found alive. This ship brought the information back to the port of
Sol.
Yeah, that one. And then it sailed to Fort Freedom from there.
Which is in the New World.
Yes.
The Octavian Sea.
Excuse me, I'm eating.
Yeah, and there's a list of names.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go find. Well, I guess. Marie is still standing next to me, right? Oh no, you walked away for a bit.
Yeah, she went. She's Marie's looking through the census.
Yeah, I'm like 10 feet away from you.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna like.
I come closer.
This is the high sign.
Oh.
He's too busy. She's too busy eating something in the library.
I found.
No, it's Cameron that's too busy eating something.
I found the article about the crash. The bills that the Octavian Freight Company has found them those dogs.
Bastards. Did they name the ship?
Did they name the ship?
Flying Albatross.
Oh, right. It is the Flying Albatross.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Okay.
I don't know the name of the ship. I know the name of the captain.
Okay.
I'm waiting for Alain to tell me the name of the captain.
I mean, oh, you did not read this, do you? I'm like holding the newspaper.
No, Oh, sorry. I thought you were just like reporting giving me the cliff notes.
Oh.
I will take it. I will take it politely, and I'll start reading it. And when Marie gets to Gita Del Rey, she crumples the newspaper in her hands.
Is there a problem?
What's got you all hot and bothered? Now seems like a good time for Siobhán to wander back.
Okay, yep, that is a good time for Siobhán to walk back. What do you ball it up into an actual ball?
No, I do that thing where you read the name of, you read it and it's like,
Problem is, you're so fucking laggy with your camera. I don't know what you just did.
I don't crumple it up
Like
into a
this.
ball. Yeah, what Chelle just did.
Okay,
So
Chelle,
like
you're gonna have to. Chelle, you're gonna have to be Cameron. You're gonna have to be Cameron's like physical description. All
I'll be a
right.
stunt double
Yeah.
Thank you.
because we look so much alike.
Oh dear.
Kitty.
Kitty. So yeah,
Not
I've
interested.
read I've read Gita Del Rey's name,
Mhm.
and I crumple it up as Rochelle showed everyone on stream. And Marie is just basically breathing hard, trying her best not to scream.
Siobhán will come up behind Marie and sort of throw her arm around Marie's shoulder, and then with her other hand, like, take the paper and pretend like she can read it. So, like, pull it up and be like,
Did you get the coordinates?
I have a location now, so we could go to the place where the recherches, or, I mean, it is your ship, but we could go to for freedom. I suspect that would probably not be as well, though.
I am not going to Fort Freedom. Hang on, I've got to check something. I'm going to see if I can't play one of the hubris here, real quick.
What's your hubris?
Overzealous.
is Fort Freedom something, like, is that personal to Marie's story, or is that something like a war location that was known?
It's the base of the Ataban Sea. It's
Yeah.
the place where all the slaves go through and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Hmm.
So it is something that, like, would...
It's personal.
Yeah.
So, Gita Del Rey, that bitch. I have no doubt that she's sold. She's probably sold, but Bernardino to the ATC as a slave. Gita Del Rey is a, I dare use the term, captain of the ATC. And she was in command of the ship that my lover was on when he went missing. Just before the war began.
Well,
He must set a course for
Siobhán
Fort
will
Freedom.
awkwardly pat.
for freedom, you say?
So, yeah,
Okay. I am with you.
no, I guess.
This
And then I have
paper's
to add
this paper's about a year old.
Hmm.
So Siobhán kind of looks over at Alain and goes, kind of mouths like, What does this have to do with the Wave Runner?
Oh, the ship is sank off of the coast of Numa to the south, and this ship, the Flying Albatross, an ATC ship, it found it and found the wreckage, and then took. It looks as if it went from the wreckage to Fort Freedom and the Atabean Sea.
No, it didn't. It came here and then went to the Atabean Sea.
Apologies. We retcon that.
It came from the wreckage, reported it here, and then left here to go to Fort Freedom. So the ship is either transporting people or perhaps headed back.
So, sorry. So it found the wreckage of the ship that we're looking for,
Yes.
came here, and then went to the slave place. Is that the, like, TLDR?
Yeah. It found the wreckage, came to Puerto del Sol to report that the ship had been lost, and then sailed for Fort Freedom. Julie doesn't matter anymore. This is going beyond what I imagined.
As I said, this is a year ago, at least a year ago.
And how long ago was the wreck?
About a year ago.
A year ago. So it's been a year since the ship.
Did they find it so quickly?
Does the article say that they had any proof, or did they merely claim to find it?
I honestly don't remember out of character if it.
Okay, so it does say that they accidentally stumbled upon it.
Gotcha. Did it say anything about them like bringing any proof back, or just a story?
They brought back the figurehead.
Okay.
They brought back the front thing of the ship, the woman or whatever.
The figurehead. There's a figurehead.
Yeah, it was a dolphin. It was a pod of dolphins at the front.
That's nice.
That's so. From the looks of it, that's how they found out that the ship had been sunk or lost at sea.
Marie starts putting her thoughts together and goes, "The second I get the cargo off the ship, we are sailing not to Fort Freedom. That is, we'll find nothing there. But if I can discredit it here, that is better. And if it brings closure to my friends, then that is the best course of action. We will set sail for the island for Numa, for the coordinates of the ship. And we will see if this accident was what they say it was. The ATC, the dogs, the bastards. I have no trust in them saying it was an accident. I would not be surprised if she fired on them.
Do you know what I forgot? I forgot to tell you anything about the Cardinal. So I'm just going to jump back to then and fill you in. So basically, the Cardinal operates from Porto del Sur, So his headquarters is here in the town. It's probably on the outskirts of town as well. Not. And people find him very creepy. And the men that work for him, or the people that work for him as well, like his people that work. So the people that work for him are all very odd.
Hmm.
Siobhán, having far less social graces than she probably should. I could see Bree rolling their eyes over there. Will be like, wow, that sucks. So, it turns out that it is a not too unknown secret that Cardinal Bastard, so that's what she's calling him in character, lusts after this Julie friend of yours, and while they might not have actually given a direct order and had their hands dirty, it's not beyond the realm of possibility that they put the wheels in motion. Is there any connection between this I forget the person's name.
Cardinal Gita. Yeah, Gita Del Rey.
This Gita bitch and Cardinal Bastard?
Hmm. Would I know of any dealings between the Inquisition and the ATC?
Not publicly, no.
Unless the Flying Albatross was here previously, or unless he has specific dealings with the ATC, this Cardinal and Gita are not related. In which case, that is not, he is no longer of importance.
Well, but the flying albatross was here.
It came here after the sinking. Unless we can find evidence otherwise, the Cardinal is no longer important.
It was suggested that further information could be found at a college, although they seemed somewhat reluctant.
A college, you say, like an university there.
I don't know.
Perhaps that is something that I might know about.
Oh?
I mean, I am an academic. I am a doctor. So, I know about college.
Ah, of course. Well, there
I could
you
always
are.
ask.
Go use your fancy 46 coin words and get some information for us.
That's a reference. James, that face.
What was that face?
My saute deck just fell on the floor.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
No, it's alright, it's in its box.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me, I'm going to go wash my hands. They're covered in chicken fat.
Oh, lovely. Thanks for the description there. What book does Numa appear in?
Sorry?
What book does Numa appear? Is it in?
I think it's in the Pirate Nations book.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's mental. Why is it in there?
I think that their intention was to basically put all of the, like, ocean nations in the
Alright.
Pirate Nations book.
Oh yeah. Okay. May have to read that. Right. So, we'll wait for Cameron to come back from his washing of his hands. Did he not use a knife and fork?
I mean, don't ask me. I lived in Florida for a bunch of years where you eat everything with your hands. And definitely chicken.
Yeah, I mean, depending on the chicken. If it's on the bone, usually you use your hands.
Man, I want chicken now.
Same, though. I had chicken last night.
KFC is like my kryptonite.
Oh, no. When I said I want chicken, I didn't say I wanted, like, garbage.
What? KFC is amazing in England. It's like
No.
really good.
No.
It's considered one of the best KFCs you can get.
One of the...
Yeah, it's superior than it is. It's KFC in the UK is superior than it is in America.
Premium KFC is still KFC, though.
Yeah, well,
but, like,
And that's the salient point.
my time in England taught me that North American food isn't always the forte of English cooks. Like, I went to a place that called itself a Mexican restaurant and ordered nachos, and they gave me Doritos with cheese on them.
Yep.
Why would you order Mexican food in England?
I don't know.
We're a hodgepodge. Why would you order it?
That's bad choices right there.
I was missing home.
I mean, to be fair, British food isn't all it's cracked up to be, so I can't blame you.
Fuck off.
Hey,
I'm sorry, but when we eat pig's blood as a breakfast meal,
So does many other nations as well, Cameron.
Yeah, because you colonized all of them.
It is no, even before then, it is.
shots fired.
As a member of one of those colonized nations, shots fired.
Do you want to know?
and as a colonist
do you want to know?
himself,
So, Cameron, okay, we're getting off subject here, but I'm going to finish this train of thought. Do you know why we have? Do you know where our considered bland food comes from?
England?
No. What period of time it comes from?
Middle Ages,
No.
Victorian.
No.
It's always Victorian.
During World War II,
Oh,
when
okay, 'cause
when
we
the
had
when
that.
the nation was under rations,
Fair.
and the American GIs, would eat food here. Jesus Christ, would eat food here, right? And it was all bland because people didn't have the luxuries that they have now. We're now considered quite a hodgepodge of quite a colony nation, and our food isn't as bland as you think it is. It's all a stereotypical load of bollocks.
Okay, but still KFC.
What? There we go. See, I'm not the only one. See, look, not that you'd have. Who would have haggis for breakfast though? I think that's a meal. But anyway, as Mozak says, there's but nothing beats a bit of black pudding. I personally don't like it, but hey, and I've never had haggis because I'm not Scottish. But anyway, should we crack that whip and get back to the game? Because this is a completely off subject. I just had to put my point down that is why our nation is considered to have bad food. All right, because the country was under rations because Germany was blowing up every supply ship they could. But anyway, so yeah, all right, so yeah, that's the information you have. What's next?
Assuming that there is no other direction that I'm being dragged in, I would like to go try and look into any chapters of the Invisible College in the area.
How would you find out that then?
I'm not really sure. They're not entirely clear about that. Like in the old book, there were like signs that you could flash for every different thing, but it just doesn't exist anymore. I mean, realistically, I'd probably go to the university and start, like, chatting up deans or whatever.
I'm thinking you probably don't have a whole lot of time.
That's true.
Because Siobhán's impression is that she better get her ass back to the ship, because if Marie beats her there, she might have to make a flying jump to get on the ship to get out of here.
Okay. I trust Siobhán to tell me when Marie's gonna be like, F y'all, I'm out.
Oh, Marie's already plotting the course in her head.
Oh, crap.
She's waiting till 5 o'clock, because that's when the guys come for the cargo. So you've got till 5:30. Because the second that cargo pallet hits down and it's unhooked, she is ordering full sail.
Oh, wait, what am I thinking? It doesn't matter. Go. Go ahead. Leave.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a little surprise for everybody.
Am I missing something?
I have a major mark on the ship, so I can just open a portal and walk to it from anywhere.
He's literally just going to open a portal in the mast and step out on the ship whenever he's done his business.
In that case, yeah, you can expect Marie to be furiously making her way to the dock and abandons these two to their own devices. Apologies, I just hit my mic there.
Yeah, I mean, Alain, like, having lived his whole life with Porte sorcery, wouldn't even think twice about getting left behind, knowing that he had a major mark on the ship.
All right. So what? So Marie is heading back to the ship with great haste. You're probably like gonna grab your second mate to like help plot a course.
Yep, I am ordering the ship to be at full alert. We are leaving the second we can. I don't care who gets left behind, and I make sure that gets passed around to the rest of the crew.
Before they leave, I'm going to make sure to tell them to record what time they leave.
We will be leaving. Yeah, fair enough. It shouldn't be that difficult to unload the cargo. It's a single pallet, presumably, of books.
Wait,
It's more just a matter of Porte sorcerers are trained to, rather than using like a sextant, Porte sorcerers are trained to like just go somewhere and look at what time it is, and now I know how far away I am.
Okay. I will say that Marie is probably setting a time of 5:30 as departure time, giving us half an hour to unload the cargo.
Okay. It's just a single crate.
In that case, make it 5:15.
All right.
Because we've got to move the gate, lower the crane in, hook it all up, lower it onto the dock, and then winch the gangplank in and.
Okay. All right. So Alain, you're just going to speak to some professors and stuff like that,
I'm
and
gonna go to the university until I can find them.
okay. I'm probably going to ask for a risk here
Okay.
because of the location you're in.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So it's going to be scholarship, I believe.
Can it be panache scholarship?
It can be whatever you want, really, but I think it's going to be a scholarship role.
Okay.
So the first. Should I do? All right. One of your raises, it will be to basically find the correct person to speak to. who's part of the Invisible College.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least someone. So yeah, so one race, someone who's either part of it or can point you in the right direction, I guess. The second raise will to be to not be overheard talking about it.
Okay.
A third raise. Let's not do that because that might give me cramp. A third raise will be spent to basically. Any suggestions to get rid of something? What else can we think of?
I mean, you could impose like a 2 raise risk that if I don't overcome the risk, then my activity is noticed by the Inquisition.
Okay, yep. Alright, that's good, yep. So 2 raises. So basically, so your activity isn't spotted by some Inquisition spies that have probably been put within the college itself to weed out, to find out where this invisible college is. Yeah, 4 raises. There we go.
Okay, so I'm going to go around to different professors and ask them if they need any news or documents delivered, because I work as I'm basically going to say I work as a courier between universities in order to try and hint at them, like, look at me, I'm one of those people, you can hand me shit and I'll make it disappear.
Okay. Alright, finesse.
Okay, so, whoa, I'm going to reroll 1. Where do I do that?
So look up the top, there's a reroll. So there's a reroll button.
Oof. Okay, so let's see. All my dice are at +1. Okay, so that's 1, 10, 9, and 2. That's 2. Oof. 5 and 3. Oh no. Oh no.
How many raises did you get?
4, 8. Oh, 4. Perfect.
Any left over?
I do not.
Okay. 4 raises.
Yeah. The university advantage just saved my ass.
Alright. Okay. So you don't. So I assume you spent all the raises to basically clear everything. Oh damn! I should have spent a danger point and made it 15. Damn it!
I'd have been in trouble.
I forgot. Yes, she managed to So there's a guy. So you managed to sort of as you're sort of like leaving the library and everyone wanders off. You notice one of the professors he's sort of leaving his classroom, and he seems to be heading towards a small coach, a wagon type thing. Am I? No, because he won't go to get it. He's speaking to some. He seems to be speaking to a group of teamsters that have a horse and a flatbed, basically flatbed, not trailer but carriage, I guess. Wagon. That's it. That's the word I was looking for. A wagon. And yeah, you see them. You see. Yeah, he's in tweed and stuff because you know that all teachers wear tweed, and especially geography teachers. But yeah, he's. You approach him, and he turns to face you, and you have a. Do we role play this out, or do I just fucking jump to like how it happens? You sort of greet him. You say what you wanted to say, like I'm a student that sort of transports information from one place to the other. You do the handshake. He tickles you under your little palm, under your palm of your hand, along that bit. Do you know what I mean? So like as you, I can't really do it with a left and a right hand. If I had two right hands, I could do it. But he sort of like with his little finger, he does that, and then you do the response back. And he's part of the secret society, which is why I was trying to hint it at Marie. Do you know what I mean? A secret handshake. And he goes, "Oh, follow me." Cool. And he leads you into like a lecture hall, and it's completely empty. He sort of takes you in through like perhaps a side door or something, as students sort of like are leaving and things like that or whatever, and he takes you to the front of the in fact he probably like up in the sort of sit down at like some of the seats in the thingy, because if you go down to the bottom you'll probably be spotted or whatever. It's all like cloak and mirrors type thing. And he's like, "Oh, so you're a member of the Invisible College, yes?"
Mm-hmm.
How may what information do you have?
Well, the first thing was that I wanted to try and discuss actually with someone here, something having to do with a Ataber, an ATC ship called the Flying Albatross, which found the wreckage of the Castilian naval ship, the Wave Runner, and then came back ill mysteriously before going to Port Freedom. And I know that the captain of that ship was a person who was married to someone that the Cardinal has affection for. So I was interested in seeing if there was anything that you could tell me about either of those things, either about the Cardinal, something that we could potentially use to help dissuade him from aggressively seeking the affections of a friend. Or...
How many favor have you got?
2 at the moment. So not enough to buy a dangerous secret.
Okay.
Bye forever, Cameron.
So he says, I know very little about said ship. All I know is that the ship found the wreckage of the Rave Runner.
Well, but the paper said that they happened upon it accidentally. Is there any possibility that perhaps whoa, I almost fell. Is there any possibility that they were sent to it? Or
He does say it left this port at like half a day after the Flying Albatross left this port about a half a day after the Rave Runner left this port.
That's very interesting.
Thank you. I think that this may be a thing that I needed to know. Perhaps a lead, either.
When it returned, he does continue. He does say when it did return, it did drop off. It did drop off a package.
A package. Do you know for whom?
I don't know.
He dropped the package and then left. This package wasn't screaming or human, was it?
It was a large crate.
Did you know that the Wayfarner was searching for some kind of Newman treasure?
So I don't know how much. I don't. Without spending 5 favour, I don't know how much information I can give you.
Fair. No, absolutely fair. Okay. If there's anything I can do for you, I am going to be venturing to Numa myself, and I would be more than happy to ferry anything that needs to be gotten out of the city, or any messages or anything like that, as you know is my duty.
If you find any information, then we would gladly. If you find out any information regarding the Rave Runner, then we would be most appreciated to find out. To be in the note, be kept in the loop.
Excellent. Is there a study room or something that I could use for a minute so that I could write a note?
Sure. He points
Something
to
in-
like. He points to like a little cupboard.
Okay. I'm gonna walk into the cupboard. I'm gonna do my best impression of a My Chemical Romance fan, and I'm gonna walk out onto the deck of the ship.
So don't you have to?
Oh, shots fired.
Don't you have to spend a?
I
Here.
take a dramatic wound.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
To be fair, I am that My Chemical Romance fan.
So 5:30. So basically, 5 o'clock comes. So this is back on the ship. So 5:30. Sorry, 5 o'clock. The wagon comes by. The crate is lifted, out of the hold onto the back of this wagon, and they thank you, and then they head off, and then you start, pretty much 1:15 the hour. You are literally heading out of port.
Yep. At 1:15, the sails go down. And we are, we've had the tugs pull us out, and we are going.
Yeah.
Before I walk to the ship, I know roughly how far away all of my major marks are. When I'm about to walk to the ship, is it still in port?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to take a dramatic wound when I could just walk there.
No. By the time you're finished, because obviously this is, that exchange didn't, you didn't just instantly like blam blam blam. It was a bit more of like a discussion that went on.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
And it's probably about an hour. The ship is out. It's probably about 6, just gone 6, by the time you finish talking to this professor.
Perfect.
So yeah, so it's only Marie, obviously Marie and Siobhán and Seamus, who's Seamus is in his deck or whatever, in his quarters, feeling a bit rough. The apothecary of the ship has assigned him some tablets for his belly. He's not he has got sea legs, but he must have eaten something a bit dodgy, some foreign food.
Dennis is doing a good job looking after him.
And and it's just you've left Alain back at Porto del Sur, and if by magic, who's are you manning the helm or what?
So the bosun would be manning it because that's a job.
All right, and where would you be?
I am standing at the bow of the ship, Jack Sparrow style, one boot raised on top of the fence thing, another honor crate, so that I can make that happen comfortably. I'm holding onto a piece of the rigging, and I am staring out to sea with daggers from my eyes metaphorically towards the horizon.
All right, and what's
Can you
your...
just clap for that dramatic pose, please? Can you just...
Unfortunately, the ship isn't sinking. What's Siobhán doing?
She would never admit it, but she's probably a little worried about her friend. So she's sprawled out somewhere on the deck, tangled in rigging somewhere, hanging out, watching Marie.
Yeah.
Alain, can you
full
describe?
uniform on?
Can you
Full
just?
uniform on.
Can you describe what it looks like
Yeah.
when a portal opens?
So, I'm going to say for poetic effect, on the front side of the main mast, a small scream emanates from nowhere. And a portal, basically a person-sized hole, opens up in reality, and on the other side is an impossible world of swirling clouds and screaming monsters, and the edges of this hole are dripping with blood. And as my hands are visible on the edge of the hole, I just step out, and you see ungloved hands literally stained red, the deepest crimson red stained with blood.
And with that, we're going to go for our final break. So, we will be back. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. We'll be back about 12 minutes past. Don't touch that dial. You people on YouTube, like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this at all. And we will be back with part 4. See you in a moment.